remember this. If older people don't listen to younger people, they become slow amongst older people. When younger people don't listen to older people, they become slower amongst younger people. If young people would listen to older people, they move faster amongst younger people because you got advanced knowledge.
Right.
And when older people listen to younger people, we move faster in the older world because you got new knowledge. So when we listen to each other, we all grow, and that's called culture.
This is super ill train.
Yeah. Ever since they killed my brother. Yeah. Ever since they killed my. Ever since they killed my brother, 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 shit ain't been the same. Ever since they killed my brother, I've been carrying my mama's pain. Ever since they killed my brother, I've been on some gangster shit. I've been riding around in that rental and I'm ready to sting me a bitch. Ever since they killed my brother, I've been buying guns. Live my life like an outlaw, like a nigga that's on the run. Ever since they killed my brother, I see visions of myself. So blood deep with the murder, they wouldn't even post me no bail. Ever since they killed my brother, y'all just don't know. My brother was just trying to have something coming up, we will pull. Ever since they killed my brother, I like to stay gone. Don't ask my family about me, cause they gon' say he ain't at home. Ever since they killed my brother, 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 I've been smoking loud. The only thing that can ease the pain to keep my head off in the cloud. I got some niggas, they all get gutter. All of them got pain, my nigga spoke just lost his mother. Ever since I lost my brother, shit ain't been the same. I had them calm down, chillin' playing video games. Now that I'm back to my old way, I just bought a new toy, which you can see this bitch spray. Ever since I lost my brother, I've been at them bands. My brother used to tell me, D-Lo, you the man. Ever since I lost my brother, my mind been fucked up. My girl talking about leaving me, told that bitch that was up. Ever since they killed my brother, 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 ever since they killed my brother. If you done lost somebody, your head should be bobbing. If you done lost somebody, nigga, your head should be bobbing. If you done lost somebody, your head should be bobbing. If you done lost somebody, nigga, your head should be bobbing. Ever since I lost my brother, started just getting cocaine. Met the chick and I found out that her brother was the man. Her brother is the plug. Now I got that gug. I seen niggas do about $250,000 to my chubby and P-Hug. Ever since I lost my brother, shit, I done stole a car. Grandma key with the leather seats, I had to set the bitch on fire. Ever since I lost my brother, I been like a bomb. Double threat, I leave you with Bin Laden and Saddam, nigga. Ever since they killed my brother, 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 ever since they killed my brother. The devil killed Tupac, he killed B.I.G. And then he turned right around and did the same thing to Dope B. The devil killed Tupac, he killed B.I.G. And then he turned right around and did the same thing to Dope B. Somebody pray for me, somebody pray for me, somebody pray for me, somebody pray for me. Ever since I lost my brother, this shit done got real. I'm about to go get me a tattoo, say kill or be killed. If you done lost somebody, your head should be bobbing. If you done lost somebody, nigga, your head should be bobbing. If you done lost somebody, your head should be bobbing. If you done lost somebody, nigga, your head should be bobbing. I spit pain on these beats, pain on these beats, pain on these beats. I spit pain on these beats, pain on these beats, pain on these beats. Tell my life story, I spit pain on these beats, nigga.
Through God, all things are possible. That's when things get vague, get broad. Correct. You understand what I'm saying? Unapproachable. And this, although these are cliches that we use to get by in everyday life, these cliches diminish things because they diminish the human ability to tap into the universe, the omniverse, or whatever you call God. You are actually cut off from it. Just by giving all the power over to a deity outside of yourself, when the only bridge to the deity is through yourself. And if the deity is the one that has all the power, the omnipotent God, well, why the hell he fucking around with you and blaming you for stuff down here that's gonna chastise you from stuff when he got all the power in the first place?
God is up there somewhere with keeping notes on all of us.
Now, I don't believe that there's somebody sitting in the sky with his feet propped up on top of the world called God. I believe that God is the presence of good that is within each individual person, whether he knows it or not. And this is where my ministry comes in. It is my ministry to make the individual aware that the presence of God, the presence of all good, the potential of good is within each individual and not in the sky somewhere.
But traditionally, especially in the Deep South, it began and of course has spread to the urban centers of the North, certainly in the last several years. The notion that this doom and gloom the spell under which we all are functioning will someday end, and Jesus will take us into his great paradise that he has prepared for us. So cope now, because there is a great reward later.
I usually say, when you find the heaven that is within you, then you will find yourself in heaven. Not until then, because heaven and hell are both states of mind. When a person is in a very doubtful and negative state of mind, he's always going to catch hell. He's going to experience hell. But when the individual finds the heaven, the harmony, the God, the good, the love that is resident in his own being, then he begins to experience heaven.
So when a person says, "Oh Lord, I'm sorry, please help me get through this vale of tears, this valley of temptation," you deplore that, don't you?
Well, if this is the person's only understanding, he has to pray on the level of his understanding. However, the Bible does say, "Be you transformed by the renewing of your mind." And this is what this ministry does. In other words, you change your conditions by changing your self-image. If you see yourself as a person who is in a vale of tears and under conditions and circumstances, that's the way you will be until you change your mind, until you change your self-image.
Is it your view that traditional fundamentalist religion makes it more difficult to change one's mind?
Yes, it does, because here again, you see, in that type of religion, we are taught that either God or the devil are responsible for what happens to us. But in what I call the science of living, or the science of self-awareness, I teach that the individual is responsible for his condition, and not only that, the individual, by using his own mind positively, can change his condition and modify his conditions. And so the responsibility for our lives does not lie with some deity in the sky, but it lies with the God power within each one of us.
And is that what you mean by saying, "Don't wait for your pie in the sky by and by"?
Get it now with ice cream on top.
That's a kind of euphemism, which is the core of your message, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Because I believe that good is now. Whatever good is, whatever God is, that is.
I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude. I can, I will, I shall. I can, I will, I shall. You are now listening live to the songs of B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me to your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your tithe. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself so you can master thyself, so you can be thyself, and eventually free thyself. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Health is wealth, so grab a hold of your mental health. I'm not here trying to preach. I'm just here trying to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. You going to learn today, right here live inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcasting north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vincente Bayel Amamaya Jamal Amanra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. Hold your seat as we stream these tunes live on B-NETT Radio, Black-Net Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. World premiere, world premiere. Do you dare to be enlightened? B-NETT Radio.
In the stillness of the night, hear the whispers call. Discipline and consistency stand strong through it all. Stepping out the ego, embracing the true self. Mind over matter, can rely on no one else. Oh, you are the key, unlock what's within. Consistency and discipline, that's the way we ride. Free eyes to see the truth beyond the lie. You are the dream, the gift of this present. Walking in union, life's blessings are ever present. Oh, two ears to listen, one mouth to speak. Talk is cheap, but knowledge is the peak. Three eyes to see the visions unfold. You're your own team. Be brave. Love of the heart. Let your actions flow. Discipline, that's the way we ride. Free eyes to see the truth beyond
It's Nick G, straight up out of B-NETT. I got a job, but still connected to the stream. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platform. Nick G Music, we worldwide. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment to Nick G Music on YouTube at Nick G Music 251 at Nick G Music 251 on YouTube. Like, share, comment, subscribe to Nick G Music on YouTube. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We always here to help. One must pay attention to his 360 degree, or somebody gonna pay his ass some attention. He gonna pay for a lesson and learn free. You can take a horse to the well, but you can't make him drink. You can't make him think. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. The premise, each and every week, live on B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music, is to help you to become acquainted with yourself. Not me, but yourself. That's why I don't need to know you, but you damn sure need to know me, because I'm the reflection of your God, the generator, operator, destroyer. You must come to terms, come to grips that you are in the position you are today in this moment because of the thoughts of your past. That's why you must sit still, isolate, so you can remember, reflect, so you can heal and grow, so you can see the other side of the wall. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. One must study all schools of thought. One must study all schools of thought. He who knows one book knows none. He who knows one book knows none. There's no religion higher than the truth, and there's no truth higher than you. Do you smell what I'm sipping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. We live right now inside the Collective Minds Network, bringing music, media, and independent thought. I've paid the cost to be the boss. I walked this way before I've been able to talk. Ever since 2008, up to date, you can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rookie. So I don't eat on no goddamn cookies. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you gonna fuck around and cause a wreck. Because you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now. Talking motherfucker cheap. But I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house show called your living room. Giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road, and stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. This is my civic duty. This is my stewardship. This is my charity voluntarily. This is my handing the branch of the olive. And yes, for some, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. Once again, I'm not here to appease to your ego. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to tell you right or wrong. Once again, you don't have to take my word. You can do your own research. If it resonates, you let it marinate. If it don't apply, you let that shit fly. I'm just here, lending the branch of the olive. I travel from the west to the east. I've been raised from my shoulder, from my knee to my shoulder. I understand how to part the square, because one must level to meet the art of the plum in order to know where to part the square. So do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We are always here to help. You must look in the mirror. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. Michael Jackson said it best. And go and get it off your chest. You are the deveil of yourself. You are the self-sabotage. You are the antichrist. Because you don't want to own that you are the G-O-D. The expression of the now. That's why you have grace. Once again, you're going to have to accept and own it. The thoughts of the past correlate with the moment of the now. That's why you listen to me live on B-NETT Radio, Black Net Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Hold your seat as we spin these tunes live on B-NETT Radio, Black Net Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Tell a friend, we live. Welcome one, welcome all.
You can see it in her eyes.
Welcome all, welcome one.
Pretty brown, shining bright like the evening skies. Slim waist, thick thighs, she moves with a grace. A diamond in the rough, she's a queen, never second place. A model in disguise, she's looking divine. Mental on point, her spirit intertwines. She's the one, she's the treasure that I see. In the chaos of life, she brings me my peace. Time to watch the stars, dreaming side by side. Yeah, she's pressure, the one I can't hide. She's hard to resist, got me lost in her vibe. The binary code, she's how my heart's wired. More than a flame, took my breath from the start. The type you take your time with, pouring life in my heart. Let her meet my mother, it's a step, not a game. She's solutions, and growth never brings me shame. She's the one, she's the treasure that I see. the chaos of life, she brings me my peace. Tied to watch the stars, dreaming side by side. Yeah, she's pressure, the one I can't hide.
You are now listening live to the sounds of B-NETT Radio, Black-NETT Radio, powered by Nick G Music. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country, but I damn so ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace of love, and be safe out there on that road, and stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. This part of the live is brought to you by Alabama Cherokee Creek, Flower Puff, High Grade, AAA Plus, Alabama Cherokee Creek, Flower Puff, High Grade, AAA Plus. Become acquainted with the spirit of the flower today. For your free samples, contact Indian Spirits 251mcn@gmail.com. Indian Spirits 251mcn@gmail.com for your free samples of Alabama Cherokee Creek, Flower Puffs, High Grade, AAA Plus. Become acquainted with the spirit of the flower today. I stand firm on my square. That's why I constantly state, do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Health is wealth, so grab a hold of your mental health. It's left, foot forward, and love, true peace, freedom, and justice. And just don't be no fool. You must keep your shield, your sword, and your musket. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend. We live right now inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcasting north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vicente Bayel Amamaya Jamal Amanra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. Hold your seat as we elevate the mind with the light guide from the divine. That's why you must dive in to meet your high twin. So tell a friend, come get this work. You gonna get this work. I'm gonna teach you something, learn you something. You gonna learn today. Live on B-NETT Radio, Black-NETT Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? B-NETT Radio. Message.
The circle of 12 as a concept, and my representation of this is the 12 signs of Jacob. and the 12 sons of the zodiac. And my rationale for presenting it in this manner is to divert from the basics of the 12 sons of Jacob as 12 human beings only. Because what we're doing is we're reaching into the scriptures to reveal the system of the scriptures and the relevancy of human nature in terms of spiritual knowledge universal. The thing that's universal about the Bible is not Christianity, just as the thing that's relevant about the Quran is not Islam. The thing that is relevant about Hinduism is not the religion. It is the Bhagavad Gita, which is based on 12. Okay, now, I've already done one reference point of showing the names of the gods of these three major scriptures. 108 names in the Bhagavad Gita, 72 names for the Old Testament names of God, and the 99 names of the gods in the Quran, all equal in 9. And the 9 is the sum total of the circle of 360 degrees.
Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself so you can be thyself, so you can master thyself, and eventually free thyself. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. He who knows one book knows none. One must study all schools of thought. I'm not telling you nothing new up under the sun. And everybody should know by now. Reading is fun. They're mental. Health is wealth. So grab a hold of your mental health. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. This is B-NETT Radio.
Is the number of a man. It's the number of a man which is encoded in our DNA.
666.
The key corresponds to 666 in a periodic table of chemistry. This has to do with carbon. Carbon is the basic or the product of what you know as melanin. Melanin, what you know of, is the blackness that's in you. And melanin is a byproduct of the original carbon. And the same carbon that is in the black dot, which is in you, is in the black holes in space. And in the core of every star is the carbonated atom. It says, which has to do with carbon, as known as the elemental number of 12. 12 times 12 equals 144,000, which is apocalypse, which is a symbolic number that means you. Because it's not just talking about only 144,000 people. Hell, if it was only 144,000 people, like I say, you'd have to go in and invent some niggas to fill that thing. But it's a symbolic number that means the chosen seed, a seed, the black dot seed of Israel. Now, it says that the number 12, and it says it had all life on this planet except the mutant is considered to be carbon-based because the carbon atom is conspicuously present in all living things. The carbonated atom has to do with 6 electrons, 6 protons, and 6 neutrons, which is the magnetic force field and the actual collective makeup of the gods of Earth. The atom, 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 666. see what I'm saying? Which is the black dot seed in you. And when you rise
It's
up to
Nick
God,
G.
you'll be 777.
Straight about a B-NETT. I got a job still connected to the string. Nick G Music out now on all streaming platform. And Nick G Music, we worldwide. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We always here to help. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I've been shouting out to the chat ever since 2008. Up to date. You can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rigger, so I don't eat on no goddamn cookies. Call me what you want to call. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you go fuck around and cause a wreck. Because you got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now, talking motherfucker cheap. But I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me to your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which brings forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself, so you can master thyself, so you can be thyself, and eventually free thyself. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery.
Yes.
Welcome one, welcome all.
That's you. That is everything about your creation, isn't it? I mean, you know that. Then why is it so hard? Why hasn't any priest or minister or anybody in the churches you've gone to all of your life ever added an IS to it and say, that's what it is? The book of Genesis is the book of genetics. It's the book of genes. And if it's the book of genes, it's the book of DNA. And if it's the book of DNA, that's why one of the early characters in it is a serpent. Of course. And what does the serpent do? What did the serpent in Genesis do? He delivered a message. He was a messenger. And he spoke to Eve. And he said, this guy is full of baloney. Eat the fruit. Because you've got to have knowledge. Oh, he said, if I eat it, I will die. And the snake said, he's a liar. If you eat it, you'll become like him. And you know what? The snake was right. The guy that told her she would die was a liar. And according to the very book that you have, it says the father of lies is the devil. But you've been praying to this guy all your life. Why? Because your church told you to. Not because you knew. They could tell you to pray to Peter Pan, you to pray to Peter Pan. The genes, the word genes is the root of the word Genesis. The root of the word genetics is talking about creation. And creation comes from DNA. And the serpent of DNA is the serpent of the garden. The principal constituent, and look what it says. The principal constituent of genes, Genesis, and chromosomes, we know about that, the structures that transmit hereditary characteristics. Where does it come from? The garden. Genesis. Genetics. DNA. Of course. What I'm telling you is that the book of Genesis is a totally coded book about genetics, about genes, about DNA. And in the book of Genesis, there's a guy named Jacob who told you about Peniel, and what's the next thing he winds up doing? He tells you about a ladder that goes up to heaven and angels go up and down. Well, now you know what it is. You see the picture of the ladder. We open this thing up by looking at a picture of Jacob's ladder. If you didn't see it before, look at it again. There's Jacob's ladder. Right there. Can't you see the angels running up and down? There they go.
Do you dare to be enlightened?
Red, black, white, pale. Red, black, white, pale.
Do you dare to be enlightened?
The prayer is there. Everything is there. That's the serpent. Would you have to wait here all of these years to come into Vito's basement to find out? Nobody up there knows.
It's Nick G. Straight up out of B-NETT. I got a job still connected to the street. And Nick G Music out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. This part of the live is brought to you by I Am Solution, a multi-services consulting firm specializing in esoteric teaching, wisdom and mindset, and spiritual awakening. Back with insight from world-renowned scholars, psychologists, and psychiatrists. Once again, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I Am Solution. We are always here to help. The road is not wide. The road is narrow. You must walk the middle passage. It's the middle way. You must split the pillars so you can meet and greet with Solomon within the temple. So you can climb the ladder of Jacob. So you can sit on the right-hand side of God. So you can cast your net on the right-hand side of the boat. I'm about wisdom, beauty, strength, faith, not hope, but know. And how do we know? We study. Then we study again so we can repeat and see the depths of what was missing to have the new understanding, the new awareness, the new integration, the new evolution. Yes, the revolution will not be televised, but the evolution of the revolution will be broadcast north, east, west, and south, locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vincente Bael Amamaya Jamal Amanra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. And I feel like I look with the supreme and great. Hold your seat as we spin these tunes live on B-NETT Radio, Blacknet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? B-NETT Radio. World premiere. B-NETT Radio.
I'ma go and
got a B-NETT. I got a double T connected to the street. I keep it 100. I represent that third coast, Gulf Coast. I'm a I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. Once again, I walked this way before I could talk this. Ever since 2008, up to date. You can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rookie. So I don't eat on no goddamn cookie. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, then that's a sign of disrespect. You gonna fuck around and cause a wreck. Because you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now. Talking motherfucker cheap. But I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me to your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which brings forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you're going. And know thyself so you can master thyself, so you can be thyself. And eventually free thyself. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. One must pay attention to his 360 degree. Or somebody gonna pay his ass some attention. He gonna pay for his lesson and learn free. You can take a horse to the well, but you can't make him drink. You can't make him think. Grab a hold of your mental health. You must understand you have to learn to unlearn, to relearn, to regain your identity. So you can start back feeling your lamp. Most of the masses are walking around with an empty lamp. Once again, I ain't telling you nothing new up under the sun. And everybody should know by now. Reading is fun. The mental. Knowledge is not the power. Knowledge is the lesson. The power comes when you apply that lesson to gain the experience, to have the wisdom. You must apply. That's why practice makes perfect. That's why good and evil will forever fight. That's why you must aim for the tip of the pyramid, the apex, above the good and evil, the perfect. That's why I tell you to be ye perfect. There's a lot of room on the top floor, but everybody can't go. That's for sure. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend. We live right now inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcast north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vincente Bay El Amama Jamal Amara. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road. And stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened?
They used the teacher, and they took the life of Akhenaten and transferred it and said it was Moses' life, and it's all in this monumental work.
Message.
Moses, Pharaoh of Egypt, The Akhenaten Mystery Unsolved is by Paladin Books, P-A-L-A-D-E-N, subsidiary of, I think, what's the name of that book company? Anyway, you can get this particular book. You can get it next door because we'll make sure we get them next door. That way you don't have to go all over town. But this is a key book. Now,
reading is fundamental.
This book. In this book, they're going to tell you there's a particular part in this book called the book of
reading
the
is fundamental.
Let me show you what a concealment is. A concealment is a place, a compartment. Also, it's also a circle. The concealed mysteries. You see this tree of life here. This tree of life is nothing but a representation of the stuff that is in your body. The concealment or the crossing over point is this particular part right here called dark, the black dot, where you get dark data from. There's a whole chapter in here called the Book of the Concealed Mysteries. Another book you're going to get is McGregor Mather's book.
Reading is fundamental.
McGregor Mather's book, Kabbalah Unveiled, that deals with the Book of the Concealed Mysteries. Now, in this particular part, they say the ones who have the concealment is God. How do you know he's God? In here he says because, again, it goes back up, that he would have hair of lamb's wool. You see, coming out of the doctrines that they fashion the Bible from. Now, during the time of the Messiah, there's a part in here on the coming of the Messiah. Now, the Messiah or the Messiah, which means teacher, but Christ means the anointed one. One that is kissed with the blood of Christ, and this is called the Holy Grail, the blood of Jesus, the black dot. That's the blood of Jesus. Christ means son. And there's a son in you called the black dot. Now in here, they say when the Christ comes, and you see this in the book of Revelation, I'm going to give you a new heart, a new soul, a new spirit. That's in the book of Revelation. In here they talk about this. Then they say this. They say, and then the intruders will immediately be eliminated. Those who fail to ascend the house of Jacob. Now who is Jacob? Jacob is known as the Jacob's ladder. Where's the Jacob's ladder? Remember now, everything in the Bible is esoteric other than exoteric. A place. When they say Jerusalem, that's your soul. In the Kabbalah. When they say Israel, Isis, Ra, and El. Isis, which is the mother, Aset. Isis, which is the mother. Ra, which is the son. And El, which means what? It means God and it means son. The son of the son. So now, where's the house of Jacob? The house of Jacob, they say, ascending Jacob's ladder. Where's Jacob's ladder? The Holy Kabbalah is Jacob's ladder. Now, they say, but the intruder. Now, what is an intruder? An intruder is a person that intrudes on the normal life wave or the normal stage of evolution or the stage of things. You were going fine. Then you created this intruder. Right? And then you created this intruder. But he's a genetic mutation. And he intrudes on the normal life wave of things. They said, but the intruder will be immediate extermination. Why? Because he cannot go of the house of David but to this far. When he gets to the black dot or the sphere of Darth, because he has a calcified pineal gland, the energy burns him up. Because the Kundalini energy is called the hell's fire. Hell's fire is good. Everything is esoteric. You burn it up in hell's fire. When the phoenix burns up from the ashes, he rises up into spirit. Hell's fire. See what I'm saying? Which is the Kundalini, this is another form of the tree of life. The serpent, which is the Kundalini, the hell's fire. Once it hit the black dot, the wings come. The white boy having a calcified pineal gland, he's an intruder that they call him in here. He has complete extermination because they didn't say he had exterminated. They said because it's metaphysical now. He fails to enter the house of Jacob. Or he fails to ascend the house of Jacob. So when you look in the index and look up intruder in here. Now, also they said the intruder Once the Christ rise, with your third eye open, and this illusionary world disappears, they say the intruder will no longer have power over you with all his luxuries. That's the only reason why you don't want to do nothing. You too busy trying to get that shit out the mall. That's it. Everybody trying to get paid. Cracker trying to get paid too. See what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get paid. But the cracker got a machine that turn the machine on him what? He prints the doggone money, so you never get ahead of the cracker that got a machine to print the money. And you talking about money is power. You talking about you work 100 years and shake your butt for some little bit of dollars. I don't care if you get 10 million. Money is power. And the cracker got a machine and he can turn on the machine and get the money in doggone 2 seconds. $10 million bills. And who's on top? Check. So now, this particular part that you talk about here, where he says the intruders will no longer have control over you with all his luxuries. Now, another book that they study next door is called Robin Robertson. The beginner's guide to Revelation. There's a part of it they talk about the lukewarm. And they said the false prophet, which is the white man, he will have half the people because the people don't want to get involved. They don't want to do nothing because they're in the comfort zone. That's us. Well, not you, because you all are coming out on a Sunday to deal with it. But you know what we're talking about, the deaf, dumb, and the blind. Check? Check. So now, this particular Kabbalistic material that they're talking about here, this is one of the key books. Now, let's go on. Y'all all right? Let me tell you, let me know when you want to do a little intermission. Let me know when you want to do one, but we're going to go and stuff. Now, you have the Enochian text. The Enochian text is angelic alphabets. It comes from the book of Enoch that's taken out of the Bible. But there's a book of Enoch, which is the exoteric scriptures, which is one of the books of the Bible. There's an esoteric scripture, there's some angelic language called the Enochian language. It's an angelic alphabet. It was brought up into England by the Moors that ruled Spain for 700 years. Just after that, Queen Elizabeth's magician got a hold to it and started writing these particular texts. He started translating the text of these other texts that came out of the University of Salamanca. These texts was angelic texts, but he never could explore these texts. He couldn't explore these texts because, like I said, these texts, when the European, even to mess with this particular stuff, he would just burn up. His body would just catch on fire. There's a book coming from school out of England, talk about fires from heaven, how people eternally combust. And it's talking about white people burning up. So the white people could never deal with these Enochian texts because they come up with stab wounds, cut wounds, and all of this particular stuff. So they couldn't deal with these particular deeds.
Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We always here to help. We moving on up to the east side. I finally got a piece of the pie. I've been raised from my knee to my shoulder. From the beginning, I was given the tool to walk the path of the man that's a journey, to level up, to be able to smooth the rough and rugged boulder of the rough asphalt, to be smooth, firm, stand on the square, head high, chest poked out, firm, left foot forward with the grip, travel from the west to the east, sitting on the right-hand side of the G.O.D., the generator operator destroyer. Once again, I'm just leaning the branch of the olive. And for some, yes, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. I'm not here trying to preach. I'm just here trying to reach. Each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. You going to learn today, right here live, inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcast, north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vicente Bayel, Amama Yachamala Mara. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an auntie hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. It's up to you to change the thoughts in your own field, in your own environment. Once again, this is my civic duty, my stewardship, to hand the branch of the olive, plant the seed. Eventually, one will catch on. Detach from the emotion that forever changing like the looks. Once again, I ain't telling you nothing new up under the sun. And everybody should know by now. Reading is fun. They're mental. One must level the meat, the art of the plum, in order to know where to part the square. Stand upright. Plumb. That's why the road is not wide. The road is narrow. You must walk the middle way, the middle package, so you can climb Jacob's ladder. So you can sit on top of Mount Zion and hold the snake like Moses. You all are chosen. You must own it. Just like you must come to grips with the thoughts of your past correlate right now. That's why you listen to me. Live on B-NETT Radio. Black Net Radio. Powered by Nick G Music. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going.
How that tells the truth become the problem in the family. Not the liar, not the manipulator, not the one causing damage, the one telling the truth. See, I learned something the hard way. In dysfunctional families, the truth is a threat. See, every family got an unspoken agreement. Don't talk about what happened. Don't question mama. Don't question daddy. Don't bring up that abuse. Don't mention the favoritism. Don't speak on the addictions. Just act normal. And the moment that one child grows up and says, nah, that wasn't normal, everything changed. Because truth disrupts the system. And dysfunctional systems don't protect what's right. They protect what's familiar. That's why when you start healing and speaking up, setting boundaries and calling stuff what it is, they call you disrespectful. They say you putting your family on Front Street. They call you difficult. They say you change. They say you think you better than everybody else. But what they really mean is you stop participating in the family life, and that makes people uncomfortable. Because some family members built their whole survival around pretending. Pretending it didn't hurt. Pretending it didn't happen. Pretending the damage wasn't damage. When you tell the truth, you force everybody to look at what they buried. And a lot of people would rather protect the illusion than face the truth. That's why the truth teller becomes the target. Not because they lied, but because they exposed the lie that everybody else agreed to live in. And listen to me carefully. If telling the truth made you the villain in your own family, you were probably the cycle breaker. Because healthy families, they heal through truth. One day my daughter asked me something that stopped me in my tracks, and I'll never forget it. She said, "Dad, how are you and Mom from the same place, but y'all so different?" And I knew what she meant, but I asked her to explain. She said, "Mama yells a lot. She fusses. She's mad all the time. But you're calm, you listen, and you understand it." So I told her the truth. I said, "Look, where we come from, we saw a lot of trauma growing up. The way that we was raised, the way our parents talked to us, the things we saw in our homes and in our neighborhoods, a lot of that wasn't healthy. And when kids grow up around trauma, two things usually happen. Some people grow up and they go get help. They learn, they reflect, they work on themselves so they can break those cycles. And then there are people who never address their trauma. So their behavior, their reactions, their parenting, it end up looking just like the people who raised them. And the trauma spills on to everybody around them. The kids, their relationships, everybody. Then I told my daughter something real. I said, the truth is, I want to whoop y'all sometimes because that's what happened to me when I got in trouble. I want to yell sometimes because that's what happened to me when I made mistakes. That's what I was taught. But I also remember what that felt like. I remember feeling like my parent hated me. Not corrected, not taught, hated. I didn't feel listened to. I didn't feel nurtured. I didn't feel understood. And I promised myself my kids would never feel the same way. Now don't get it twisted. I'm still firm. My kids still have boundaries. They're still held accountable. But I'm not raising my kids through fear and criticism. I'm raising my kids through lessons and love. Because my job as a father ain't to go dump my trauma on my kids. My job is to make sure that they don't have to spend their adult life repairing damage that I caused. Then I told her one last thing. I said,
do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't cut it slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road. And stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. This part of the live is brought to you by HBJ, Harry B. Joseph, a sponsor, a partner of B-NETT Radio, Black Net Radio, powered by Nick G Music. We are the Collective Minds Network, bringing music, media, and independent thought. I paid the cost to be the boss. I walked this way before I've been able to talk. Ever since 2008 up to date. This part of the live is brought to you by HBJ, Harry B. Joseph, the author of the Book of Wisdom, Volume 1 and 2. Also the Book of Symbolism, Harry B. Joseph. Get yours today. Link is in the chat. Link is in the chat. Hold your seat as we spin these tunes live on B-NETT Radio. Black Net Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Welcome on, welcome on. Welcome on, welcome on. Do you dare to be enlightened? B-NETT Radio.
In the shadows where the broke folks dwell. Chasing chains like we're stuck in a shell.
got a B-NETT double T. I got a Georgia connected to the street.
I need to get into what Indo-Europeans are. See, Indo-Europeans were your light-skinned people, not the Europeans. And the problem is, once again, the terms have been switched, so you start saying things and you're not understanding what you're saying. So we're understanding that it was melanated people who Albions in this land first. And so let's remember that when an energy is put out, it must be returned. If you shall be. That is how the universal laws work. So now when melanated people get their turn, you need to recognize that when you put out an energy, then it must return. So then now you have this situation where there's the question about why don't they suffer? I need y'all to understand, when you look at the Albions, they don't have any power. The Albion doesn't have any power. Y'all ain't paying attention. The Albion is a puppet just like you. They're not running this game. There's another group. They have a title to more than 90% of the resources on this planet, but they make up less than 10% of the population. You don't see them. You won't talk about them because y'all are afraid to say anything about them. And y'all feel like, oh, they're just because they the same skin color doesn't make them the same people. The same way, here you go, you got the Tutsis, the Hutus, and the Twa. They are different people with a different background, a different religion, a different way of being. Are they the same people? Just because your Albions are light-skinned and then the other people who are doing are light-skinned, that doesn't make them the same people. They don't run nothing. They are puppets. So you've got to understand what was done to them. And then when the time comes to switch, well, they get to be on top. And they get to deliver the same. And you got to understand, those of y'all who are paying attention, the tides are changing. Melanated people, it's your time to rise. And then the question becomes, are you going to deliver the same energy that they delivered to you? Because if you do, you're going to be in the same position again. I said you can stop it right here, right now. But you do that by recognizing that you're a God, recognizing that you always were and always will be, and recognizing where the energies are coming from. You cannot be a victim and come out of this cycle. UNA.
Listen to this track, bitch.
Whenever I eat. Whenever I eat. Ain't no niggas out here gon' stop us. Remix. Whenever I eat, my nigga, you eat. And ain't no niggas out here gon' stop us. Whenever I score, my nigga, you score. Ain't even worried about them damn feds and coppers. They wanna know who I am, what's my name, where I'm from, and what I claim. Allow me to introduce myself. Allow me to introduce myself. Mister, you my nigga, you my bone flesh, heart, soul, nigga, you my liver. So if you die tonight, shit, I guess I'm going with you. Cause if you're going to walk, regardless, I'm throwing you. If I got a whole brick, shit, he getting off a half. If my dick in a cat, he stick it in the mouth for ass. So if I make me a stack, he get 500 cash. And if I borrow 4 from him, he get 5 of them back. So if I meet me a little freak by myself and she a flipper, shit, I'm coming to get you. It won't flip until I'm with you. If Beyonce wanted to fuck and my nigga was in trouble, I'll put that pussy to the side and get to my niggas on the double. Shit, I love my nigga, so I hug my nigga. Never place a pussy up above my nigga. If you love your bitch, then hug your bitch. And never place a dick up above your nigga. Whenever I eat, my nigga, you eat. And ain't no niggas out here gon' stop us. Whenever I score, my nigga, you score. Ain't even worried about them damn feds and coppers. They wanna know who I am, what's my name, where I'm from, and what I claim. Allow me to introduce myself. Allow me to introduce myself. We on the block for paper as we flip the rocks in major. As we
we reside the gators, we could say the blocks a favor. Position dropping labor like a top drop Mercedes. Chopper spray the block, the haters running like a operator. We say the cops are later than ever to stop the slayer. Papa K or ARO for safety if you try to play us. You owe us, gotta pay us. We don't play that I'ma pay ya. I'm no sweet, now or later, now we say we want the paper. What we provide for haters, they never survive to make it. And as I rise a gator, I can say that I'm a caver. I'm no player, I don't hate her, I won't rape her, I won't take her. I'm talking that white girl, I'm the maker, I create her. Put her in the pot and lace her. All the fiends that drive them crazy. When they taste it, I can say it never fails to rock a crater. Numb you up and shock a taser. On point without a laser. Keep it on the block and stay. Don't tell my focus I was safe.
My nigga, you